3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Oh, the NFL preseason kicked off last night with the Hall of Fame game. Texans would fall to the Bears 21-17 despite jumping out to an early 17-7 lead. The game was called early due to severe weather in the area with under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Team USA 2-0 in group play continues things tomorrow morning against Puerto Rico. 10:15 for the start, and the Rangers and Astros both return to action tonight.
This is Extra Innings with Pleasure.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That ball is history. A walk-off home run.
And it's going to be legendary.
James Pledger wraps your day with insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. Now, here's Pledge.
Welcome into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportsstar.com. I thank you all for joining me this evening. We finally got some football. And it wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be. Initial thoughts, I like the kickoff. The new kickoff, it turned a play that wasn't a play anymore. Kick it out of the end zone, start at the 20-25. Nobody was induced to kick it into play. They've made you, forced you to kick it into play now, which is going to in turn add excitement to that play. I also really like the Texans' new uniforms. That was my least favorite of the ones that they debuted, but seeing it on the field in action on the players, different look, and it hit different, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. So that was awesome. And Davis Mills looked good. Any question about was it going to be Davis Mills? Was it going to be Case Keenum? Davis Mills is your backup quarterback in Houston. And Cam Akers looks really good and could very well carve out a role for himself. There is going to be a lot of anticipation with seeing what this team looks like fully functioning. But playing as vanilla as they did, they got off to a very, very hot start. And I completely forgot about Tegan Quintoriano. But Ben Skoranek looked good. They're going to have a lot of depth. They're going to have some difficult decisions to make when it comes to roster cut downs at the wide receiver position. When you talk about Tank Dell, when you talk about Nico Collins, when you talk about Stephon Diggs, Ben Skoranek, John Mechie, Xavier, a couple big plays last night, Robert Woods. There's either going to be a good receiver that can be a number 3 for another team, traded or cut, and multiple of them likely. And it's going, that's the great part about having a very good, deep, talented roster, is the ability to have to make those tough decisions when you get down to making the final 53. The Dallas Cowboys, well, we're wrapping up our coverage up in Oxnard this week. And, you know, there's a lot of things to go into with the Cowboys. And I'm going to give you a treat. I'm going to give you the entirety of that Jalen Brooks interview from the Blitz today. It was really good stuff, including some great recipes. But Micah Parsons talked yesterday, and this is a very lengthy soundbite, but he talked about the scrutiny he gets for the lack of success, and I found his response very interesting.
Oh, man, I get a lot. But, you know, every scrutiny is because you earn scrutiny. It's the expectations, right? You have to be blind and say that you don't have expectation wearing a star. You got to be like, that's why I say it's a delusion factor. They say like it's okay not to win or act like those losses don't hurt or don't matter. Like that's delusional to me, because it's earned. This is a winning program. The fans expect to win. We expect to win. It just hurts me when they think I don't try to win. That's the part that hurts me, because people don't know how much I love this game and what I put into the game just so we can win, or how much I really try. Like, that's the part that hurts me the most, is when people have this thing or idea that players aren't trying. You know, sometimes the reality is sometimes you are out coached, sometimes you are out schemed. Sometimes people have the answers for what you dial up, and there's nothing you can do in the game plan you thought they were going to come out in. They come out different. That's the reality of the NFL. You know, it is physical. It is, you know, you need speed, you need strength, all that stuff. But it's so much of it's mental, IQ, you know, position, field positioning. It's the details, the little things. Yeah, in some aspects, sometimes we do need to be better with that. But the reality is sometimes their team makes better plays. They make the splash plays. They make the deep shots. They make the best contested catch. They do a better job containing CD, or whether it was Tony Pollard or Zeke. Like, but that's just the reality of the situation. Sometimes their quarterback might have the best game of their life. You know, we've seen that multiple times. A quarterback comes to Dallas and say, I'm Pat Mahomes today.
And he's right. It's on all of them. There's a lot of scrutiny that comes with wearing that star, and you need to live up to those elevated expectations, especially if you're going to get paid. And there's a lot that has to do with those contracts in Dallas. And oh my goodness, we'll get into it in a little bit. But coming up next, I want to give you a chance to hear that Jalen Brooks interview on the Blitz, which was fantastic, as their AA Best Bail Bonds training camp coverage presented by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds wrapped up today. And I want to give y'all a chance to hear what happened. And Britt and Stacy on our YouTube channel saying, if it's dead in Oxnard, do you bring them back home to Texas in the air-conditioned stadium? No, the fans were out there today. The stands were full. I think it was a little bit overblown, but we'll see as they move forward. Plus, you know, they've got a great deal out there. This is Extra Innings with Pleasure. I am James Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM and sasportstar.com.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Can a president not have sex with a porn star?
Clinton did it. No one had a problem with Clinton doing it.
Or Kennedy, or...
No one had problems with them doing it, right?
It's definitely an ingredient that was injected from the other side. What's the guy's name? The evil guy from Hungary, super rich.
Dracula?
No.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Hi, welcome to Staples. Hi, my son's teacher emailed his back to school list. He needs crayons and a comp book for every subject.
Okay, no problem. With Staples Hot Deals, you'll find super low prices on hundreds of items for back to school.
Oh, now they're saying he needs folders and glue.
You got it.
And markers?
Of course.
Oh, geez.
Can we get a card, please?
Save big on back to school with Staples Hot Deals. Right now, 24-pack Crayola crayons and comp books are only 50 cents each at Staples. Ends 8/24, in-store only, limit 10.
At Lowe's, save big every day. Right now, get a free pneumatic nailer when you buy a pallet of Metabo HPT nails. And there's more. Save 10% on select shingles when you buy in bulk. Visit us in-store or online for low prices on the materials you need. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
Is your everyday congestion preventing you from enjoying life's big moments? Try Vicks Sinex Saline today and get yourself back in the action. Vicks Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion with a gentle ultrafine mist. Sinex Saline's drug-free, no-mess formula instantly moisturizes and soothes dry, irritated nasal passages for quick and effective relief. Get back to enjoying life's big moments to the fullest without having to worry about everyday congestion holding you back. Just Sinex, breathe, use as directed.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's Closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Today only, I-10 Ice House is hooking you up with $2 burger and chips until 8 o'clock. And don't forget daily happy hour specials that'll keep your spirits high and your wallet happy. The best seats are at I-10 Ice House on 9518 Console Drive.
El Guacamole Mexican Grill on 25020 Blanco Road is now ready to serve up the cold drinks with your favorite Mexican dish. Come celebrate the grand opening of their bar this August 15th and get a free margarita only at El Guacamole Mexican Grill, 25020 Blanco Road.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
School is almost here, and if there's two things I can count on, it's my kids needing new outfits because they grow like weeds, and Kohl's stocking their favorite styles. With the back-to-school customer appreciation event going on, I scored 30% off tees, jeans, sneakers, and more when I shopped with a Kohl's card. No card? No problem. Rewards members save 20%, and everyone else saves 15%, plus earn Kohl's cash. When it comes to back-to-school, you gotta go back to Kohl's. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. Offer ends August 11th. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
It's Extra Innings with Pledger on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Jalen Brooks joining us here live on the Blitz here in San Antonio. Now, practice is over. It looks like you've showered, you've cleaned up, you're ready to go.
I haven't showered yet.
Yeah, I haven't showered yet, but you've gotten out of your pads.
Yes,
right. You're like, I got to get out of this. It was hot today.
A little hot, yeah, absolutely. It was a little bit humid today. I would say, I felt a little bit underneath my pads a little bit, but other than that, it still feels good.
Jalen, the people in San Antonio that listen to us right now are going, please cry me a river. It's about 98 degrees in San Antonio today.
Oh, man, I couldn't even imagine. Hey, I feel for y'all, though. I promise you I do.
Well, and you've been in Dallas, but there's something about coming out here. Although when the people here start complaining about the heat, you want to laugh, but you're like, yeah, it is kind of warm today.
Yeah, absolutely. But especially down in San Antonio near the water, you're a little bit close to the water, so it's really humid down there.
Absolutely. Have you been to San Antonio?
I have not, but I've been to Houston. And
Houston's a different kind of heat. You go there and sweat in places you didn't know you had. I mean, you know how that goes. You've got such an interesting story. Your travels to get to the National Football League. You were at a small school that most people have not heard of, and then from North Carolina, you end up at Tarleton State where you never played. How does a kid from North Carolina even know where Tarleton is?
So one of my mom's good friends actually coaches at he coached at a school out in Missouri. So he has some connects at Tarleton State University, and he told them like, hey, y'all need to check out this kid. And they checked me out, and then that's how we ended up getting in touch once I entered the portal. And then I was like, man, I would love to come check out, the program. At the time, the transfer rules are a little bit different. So they were Division II transitioning into Division I. Mm-hmm. So that was really the key of me not having to sit out, was me going there. And I fell in love with the place. The place was really nice. It was out the way of Stephenville, but it was still good college town and everything. Got there. January 2020, and then obviously March happened, COVID and everything, and we just had on going home, coming back, going home, coming back. And at that time, I'm driving, so it's not like I'm just flying every time. So yeah, it was in my best interest to be closer to my family at that time. So, and then the season got canceled. So yeah, well, I still got love for that staff, man. I appreciate them.
Take us back to the draft. Were you concerned that it might not happen, that somebody might not draft you?
It was really a little bit going into the draft. After the combine, I ran a very slow 40, which just plummeted my draft stock. And I was just like, man, that hurt a lot. That hurt a lot. But, my grandmother always told me, if it's for you, then it's for you. If it was for me to get drafted, then it was for me. I don't really like to stress about things that's pretty much out of my control. I just let God handle everything, and he's just going to take care of everything. I just got to seek him first, and then he'll handle the rest. So I appreciate God and guiding me here, because I feel like I fell into a great situation, and I'm so grateful to be here.
Jalen Brooks joining us here on the Blitz. You talk about the situation, battling for that number 3 wide receiver spot. Now, there's a lot of Jalens on the team. How do you guys in the wide receiver room and the coaches separate all the Jalens?
So Jalen Tolbert goes by JT. Jalen Marino Cropper goes by Crop or Cropper. And then I usually go by, at first I was going by JB, but then we have so many JBs either on staff or on the team. So I was like, man, y'all just call me Jay Brooks then. You know what I mean?
So you're just Jay Brooks. Right?
Yeah, y'all just call me Jay Brooks then. Or if anybody's gonna say Jalen, they'll say Jalen as me. So
you're the Jalen.
Yeah.
So if it, like mom's voice, somebody's screaming Jalen, you're the one in trouble.
Yeah.
see, that's when I'd say, no, I was that Jalen, right? Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
I was JT. Tell us about training camp, because obviously you guys are getting some more reps. It's unfortunate CD Lamb's not here, but it does give you, the rest of the wide receivers, an opportunity to get a little more look, if you will.
Yeah, and I think it's also good for us, to put ourselves in those pressure moments, where there is no true number 1 guy out there. So we're getting, everybody's best look, and, a defense isn't so heavy on, so concerned about CD. Now they can really get the play ball, and I think it gives us the best advantage to getting better, to being prepped for game days.
You think about CD here, the opportunities. I saw you caught a touchdown today in, what do they call it? The
mojo moment.
The mojo moment.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't celebrate.
Man, if the play is that spectacular, then I'll celebrate and everything. But man, I'm here for business, so I'm trying to get to business. I'm just trying to step each and every day, and I just feel like I haven't had that explosive camp that I wanted to celebrate yet. So I just want to keep on attacking each and every day. Then I want to celebrate on Sundays. So.
Well, there you go. Although you got to practice your celebrations too. It's the mojo moment. You got to do that.
I do agree that.
I mean, we've seen that before. It's the mojo moment. You get a touchdown. You got to celebrate.
I do agree.
Do you have a touchdown dance?
Oh, I pray my first touchdown is a catch and run, and the first thing I want to do is signal 4, 6, 9. Just to show everybody the combine, just because you run a slow 40 with it, because that was my time at combine. So, I just want to be able to show that. And then, hey, look, y'all want to go off of that? Y'all better check that GPS time.
I mean, but 4.69. I mean, that was Ryan Engel's 10. And my 5.
That's fantastic. The wide receiver room, you guys all get along, help each other out, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, man. And that was, like I said, I feel like I fell into a great situation. Especially I miss my boy MG. We was vet heavy last year, so just being able to learn from them and them not being scared to share answers, to what we got going on, because we're strong on our weakest link is as powerful as our top, So I think it's in the, it's just in the nature here, share with the younger guys. So
what would they tell you? Just give me a little bit of it. Say CD or Michael Gallup. What kind of advice would they give you?
Yeah, so I'll start off with CD. CD is big on like no excuses. I want to say last year we're in a walkthrough and I was just jogging off the field, and the ball was thrown to me. As I'm jogging off the field, ball is thrown very low, and I drop it. He was like, "Don't be dropping that." Like, I was like, "Yeah, I know a low ball." He's like, "I don't care. You get paid to do this, don't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "All right, now I want to hear no excuses." So, that MG, just attack every day. And B Cooks, he always says this. He preaches this all the time. Respect the game, and they'll respect you back. Don't take this game for granted, man. You got to handle your business each and every day. You got to come perform each and every day.
Jalen Brooks joining us here on The Blitz. You mentioned Brandon Cooks, and I remember talking to him on Super Bowl Radio Row this past year in Las Vegas. And he, you think about as talented of a receiver as he is, everywhere he's gone, but he's so well traveled and such a vet, and he's got so many different experiences. How much does he teach you guys in the room, not only about playing, but just about life in the league?
Yeah, man. And I think it just goes back to, not taking everything for granted and, just respecting the game. That's something that he preaches a lot, no matter where we're at. We was at his crib in Oregon. He's preaching the same thing. We could be here in Oxnard. He's preaching the same thing. We could be in Dallas. He's preaching the same thing. So I think he doesn't even really have to say much, it's just, you could really just look at him and just see how he handles the game and you could see the respect through his game. He doesn't cut any corners. He's always getting extra work in, and just taking care of all the small details, and the way he takes care of his body is insane. Like we was at his crib, and it's like body work. If I'm not lifting, I'm getting body work, or I'm relaxing, or I'm doing a nice little jog, or I'm doing breathing meditations, so it's just the way he carries himself more than him even having to say anything.
That was Jalen Brooks on the Blitz earlier today. That was about half of the interview. It was over 15 minutes long. If you want to go check it out, go to San Antonio Sports Star's YouTube page. You can see it right there. Also at sasportsstar.com, where you can get a chance to really see all of we've got a YouTube playlist there with all of our interviews from Oxnard. Same on our YouTube channel. So since you're already here, might as well, right? So it was good stuff from Jalen Brooks. And I start thinking about the way Jerry Jones talked to the writers before canceling all of his interviews that he was going to do, including the one with the guys on the Blitz today. And it got me to thinking about Dak and his contract situation. And Dak mentioned on the podium today, he feels no fear.
I don't think that's pressures or I'm necessarily worried about the talk. I've got a great team. I'm confident in getting something done, confident in the front office here. And I don't really think about it, to be honest with you. As I said, the first day, I'm under contract right now. So all I need to do is be the best that I can be for my job and this year. And then whatever happens, whether it's in a couple of weeks, who knows when it is, if it does happen, it'll happen. I'm not worried about that. And as I said, I've got people that are handling that with the front office here and a lot of confidence in it.
And Jerry Jones, as an owner, can be as mad as he wants, but as a general manager, he has to think with his head, not his heart. And that's the issue with the Dallas Cowboys that they're facing right now. Fred Records in our YouTube chat saying Cam Akers was a really good acquisition by the Texans. What a steal. And you're absolutely right. And I came on this show multiple times throughout free agency as he's still sitting there on the scrap heap going into training camp saying, the Cowboys should sign him. The Cowboys should sign him. The Cowboys should sign him. They did not. This huge question at running back. And I think Jerry Jones' emotions as the owner of the team have gotten in the way of his duties as the general manager of the team and have really kept this team from being so close last year, undefeated at home. Everything works out. Dak Prescott, second in the MVP. And instead of building on the success that they had despite their loss in the playoffs, he's upset. He's letting everybody know that he's upset. And guess what? If I'm Dak Prescott, especially with all the fans that half want, half don't, I go into free agency because I'm going to get 60 from somebody. There's going to be a lot of teams that are desperate for a quarterback there, and I feel unappreciated where I'm at. And I know what the ultimate goal is, but it's not just him that has fallen short. It is the entirety of the team. It is CeeDee Lamb dropping crucial balls that would have extended drives that would have kept them in that game early. There were so many reasons, not just Dak Prescott, that they fell short in that game. And Jerry Jones is thinking with just too much hate in his heart. If you want to go see the big three, be caller number 5 right now, 210-656-ESPN. That is 656-3776. I got a pair of tickets to go this Sunday at the Frost Bank Center. Guys, I appreciate everything this week. Love y'all. Check on your friends. This has been Extra Innings with Pleasure. We'll see you Monday.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
94.1 FM, San Antonio Sports Star.